From a shy kid in France, to a transfer worth more than €100 million. From endless injuries and criticism, to winning the Ballon d'Or in 2025. This is the incredible story of Ousmane Dembele. From 0 to 100. Born in 1997, to a Mauritanian mother and a Malian father. Ousmane Dembele grew up in Vernon, France. Football was his only passion, every street and every field became his stadium. Rennes, the first big leap. Debuting in 2015, at just 18 years old. Dembele made himself known with a hat-trick against Nantes. Europe immediately noticed his speed, his skills, and his talent. Unexpected goals, speed that left defenders on the ground. His first season ended with 12 goals, and the certainty that France had found its next diamond. A curious anecdote, his first professional goal came against Bordeaux, but he was so nervous after the match, that he hid in the locker room to avoid interviews. That was Ousmane, shy off the pitch, but a monster on it. In 2016, Borussia Dortmund paid €15 million to take him to Germany. Under the orders of Thomas Tuchel, Dembele exploded. In just one season, he recorded 10 goals and 21 assists. In the German Cup final, he scored and assisted to win the title. At only 19 years old, he was already the youngest player in the Bundesliga to surpass 20 assists in a single campaign. Europe had found its new jewel. A year later, came the call that would change everything. FC Barcelona. Price, €105 million. Mission, replace Neymar. Gigantic pressure on the shoulders of a 20-year-old kid, but the dream turned into a nightmare. In his second match with Barca, a hamstring tear sidelined him for months. It was the first of many injuries. Hamstrings, ankles, muscles, every time he seemed ready to return, his body failed him. And with every relapse, the criticism grew. Even so, even between injuries, Dembele left flashes of his magic. Wonder goals in the Champions League, impossible dribbles in El Clasico, league and cup titles. But the question always lingered, what if he never managed to play a full season? The headlines were cruel, the fans impatient. Barcelona had paid more than €100 million, and what they got were endless medical reports. Many thought he would never justify that price. Sometimes it seemed, that more than a player, he was a patient in constant rehabilitation. And yet, even in the shadows, Dembele lit up the field whenever he managed to stay fit. Magical assists on big nights at Camp Nou, moments of pure electricity, that reminded everyone why he had cost so much. He won 2 La Liga titles, 2 Copas del Rey, and a Supercopa. He lifted trophies alongside Messi, Suarez, Iniesta. What few people saw, is that in silence, Barcelona was also his toughest school. There he learned what it means to carry the pressure of a giant club, to endure ruthless criticism, and to get back up again and again. Every setback made him mentally stronger. Every negative headline was fuel. Every goal after an injury, was a message, I'm still here. Dembele at Barca was a mystery, capable of frustrating and enchanting in the same week. A player who divided opinions, but one thing was clear, talent was never in doubt. What was at stake, was his resilience. In 2023, a new opportunity arrived. Paris Saint-Germain. He returned to France, to his homeland, to a club that dreamed of conquering Europe. The start was not easy, criticism, doubts, the same old shadows. It seemed history was about to repeat itself. But then, something changed. Not just his body, but his mind. Dembele became disciplined. He took care of his body, his rest, his nutrition. He matured. And in 2025, we witnessed the transformation. 26 goals in 27 matches. Goals in 6 consecutive Champions League games. He led PSG, to what once seemed impossible, winning their first Champions League. And that night, when he lifted the trophy in Wembley, something else awaited him a few months later, the Ballon d'Or. From the humble streets of Vernon, to becoming the first French winger since Zidane, to win football's greatest prize. What had changed? Not just his physique, what changed was his resilience. From a fragile boy, to an indestructible man. From the eternal promise, to world club champion, and the best player on the planet. Those who know him say that off the pitch he is still shy, reserved. But inside the locker room, he is the biggest joker. The one who makes everyone laugh, the one who keeps the joy alive. And on the pitch, he is pure electricity. The story of Ousmane Dembele is a powerful reminder: setbacks do not define you. Falls do not condemn you. What defines you are your comebacks. From playing barefoot in the streets, to lifting the Ballon d'Or. From being labeled fragile, to proving that true strength lies in never giving up. Ousmane Dembele. From 0 to 100. From broken promise, to living legend. And now the question is for you: do you think Ousmane Dembele was always destined to be a legend, or is his story proof that discipline and resilience weigh more than talent? Leave me your opinion in the comments. I want to read it. And if you're passionate about these stories of football, of overcoming adversity, and of glory, subscribe to the channel and activate the bell. Every week we bring stories that will inspire you on and off the pitch. Because remember, here we don't just talk about football, here we tell the stories that change the game.